Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ebony. I'm a human design and gene keys reader, expert, and coach. And today we are continuing our Creating Space series. So if you have not seen the previous videos, I highly recommend you go back and watch them. I will link them in the playlist. But we have already discussed how in order to create space in your life, you need to believe that there is space to be created, right? You need to take inventory. You need to decide what you want. You need to navigate your fears. And then you want to start creating space in the different areas of your life, your nervous system, your body, and your energy. So today we're going to be talking about creating space in your life. And this holds a very special place in my heart because this is exactly how I got started with human design. I was working at a bakery, which I absolutely hated. I was trying to get my business off the ground. I was in school. I was doing so many things. And there was literally no space for me to breathe. I was like, there's so much to do. And it's like I could never get ahead. I was always feeling like I was behind, feeling like I was supposed to be doing something that I wasn't doing. And it was just bad. So the first big program that I created was something called the Restful Hustle. At first it was a challenge, but then it became the Restful Hustle Academy. And it's literally productivity and human design. Because when I learned about human design, when I learned about how my energy is supposed to operate as a manifesting generator, I realized why I always felt behind, why it always felt like I couldn't get anything done or I always needed to get things done, right? So learning how to create space in my energy also helped me learn how to create space in my life, right? Productivity, taking action, getting things done. So when I say create space in your life, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that feeling of taking action, getting things done, and being productive. Now, the reason why I put creating space in your life after creating space in your energy is because knowing this information, knowing your gene keys, knowing your human design, knowing how your energy operates and wants to express itself is going to make being productive and creating space in your life so much easier. Because we always think, oh, there's just not enough time in the day, right? There's only 24 hours a day. But if you sit down without your phone, without your laptop, without the TV, if you just sit in a room like this by yourself for an hour, you will realize how long an hour is, right? So when it comes to being productive, in my experience from, me not having a very productive lifestyle and also my clients, it's usually procrastination, right? Regardless of why you're procrastination, or you're filling your life with things that just don't fucking matter, right? And if you know anything about human design, you know that we have two pressure centers, our mind, our crown center, and our root center. These centers create pressure for us to either take action to do something or to think about something. And the non-self theme of both of those centers is thinking or doing things that do not matter. You're thinking about other people's problems. You're thinking about, the thing that is due 3 months from now, right? Or you're doing something just for the feeling of doing something. You're filling your to-do list with 100 different things just so you can feel like, oh, I'm checking them off. I'm checking off all the things. But do those things matter? Do they matter? Right? And this ties back into the second and third videos, like the second and third step in this process, taking inventory and deciding what you want. When you look at those things, right? When you look at the life that you want to be living and you look at the things you're doing now, are those correlating, right? Because if you decide, I want to be a vet and you're in school for engineering, it's like those two don't match. So you're stressing yourself out trying to get this engineering degree when in actuality, you want to be a vet. So you're doing this thing, you're filling your life with this thing that doesn't even match what it is that you actually want to be doing. So the first step in creating space in your life is obviously figuring out what you want your life to look like. And then, because you've learned your energy, like we talked about in the last video, figuring out in what way is best for me to do this, right? Because me as a manifesting generator with a defined sacral center, I'm going to go about doing things and being productive in a way that is different from a reflector. A reflector will never be able to do the things that I do in the way that I do it, right? If I want to be an actor and a reflector wants to be an actor, it's not to say that that reflector can't also be an actor. But the way that I go about doing it is going to be different because my energy is different. I am wired differently, right? I can go out and go to 20 auditions a day and book all these roles and work my way up the ladder, right? First maybe I'm a stunt double, then maybe I'm a background, and then I'm working my way up. I, as a manifesting generator, would have the energy and the energetic ability to do that. A reflector who doesn't have a defined sacral center, but is more discerning, is more sensitive to things, can go to, 5 different auditions and be like, you know what, this one feels like this is where I'm supposed to be. And they can get that, that one big break that just catapults them. So like, let's say it took me 6 months of going to auditions, 20 auditions every single day, and then I get my big break. And then it takes 6 months of a reflector just feeling out the auditions, and then they feel that one that's going to give them their big break, and they get it. Took the same amount of time, but we went about it in different ways. But the end result is the same. So all this to say, productivity is not a one size fits all. And I've said that if you go back to like the first videos I did on my channel about productivity, it's not a one size fits all system. You have to take into consideration, what is it that you want? What are you currently filling your life with? And how does your energy want to express itself? And then in order to be the most productive, you match your productivity with your energetic output. And you keep in the back of your mind at all times, I can do whatever it is I want to do, but I cannot do it in the same way that that person does it, or the same way that that person does it, because I am not that person. We may or may not be wired in the same way. So what is the way that is most conducive for me to do this thing that I want to do? Okay? So I hope that was helpful. I hope that was helpful. And I will go ahead and see you in the next video.